What's up? I'm Drew Paul Bell, and today what I want to talk about is how hard architecture school is. Architecture school has this connotation of being really difficult. We call it architorture. There are Tumblr blogs all about how difficult it is. But people would always ask me this in my regular core classes. They would say, is architecture really as hard as what they say? And I would always tell them the same thing, that architecture is as hard as they say, but what they say is not as hard as it sounds. What I mean by that is, when you get into the day-to-day grind of constantly producing things, of course, making stuff is hard. You know, it's a lot harder than taking tests about things that already exist and are already pretty clear that people already know. Coming up with something brand new is difficult, right? That's obvious. But the thing is that when you get used to doing this, you'll get better at it. It's completely natural that in your first year, first couple of years, sometimes even your first 5 years, right? If you're getting a 5-year degree, that it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, and you're going to be getting used to it. But just like everything else, after time, you're going to get better at it. And it's important to hang in there and understand when is it that you don't like architecture and when is it that you're just not good enough yet. It's completely natural that you don't like architecture when you had a bad review. You feel a little upset about it. Like who doesn't feel disappointed when something doesn't go their way after they put a lot of work into it? But over time, this is something that you're going to have to work at and you're going to have to get better at. And it's easy to look to people who, from the very beginning, have, it seems like it comes to them so naturally, and be jealous about that. But instead, look at how you have to progress to become better at doing what it is you do. So when you really get into doing this, it can be a lot of fun. You just have to be able to find the joy in it and be patient. Don't beat yourself up for not doing everything perfectly. So really think about that. Architecture is not, I gotta think about it. Architecture is as hard as they say, but what they say is not as hard as it sounds.